I became a firefighter to help people. I stayed a firefighter because, damn, I look good in the uniform.
Come on, look at me. When I saw my ass in the mirror, I was like, damn, I would tap that.
Where do we find the guys at the top of season 2? You know, we're back, we're bigger than ever.
Yeah, we had to do a cliffhanger for the end of the last season. So we ended the last season with Eddie's romance, his girlfriend.
My girl.
Being pregnant. And we had to pick that up. We had to fix that. We had to finish that.
Well, because she wasn't really my girlfriend. She was a dalliance. And then,
Right.
she showed up and she was pregnant. And so, I mean, that's a huge cliffhanger.
That's right.
Well, you address it pretty quickly in episode 1. Both his future dadness and, you know.
We didn't want to dwell on it, right, guys? We didn't want to dwell on it, right, Lem?
Eddie's going to be a dad, and he, is undergoing some similar changes that I went through when I was going to become a father. For instance, once I became a father, I stopped wearing flip-flops. I don't even think Kevin knows this about me. Kevin, you know that I've always been a flip-flop guy, right?
Definitely.
Did you know that I have never stepped outside the house with my children in flip-flops? I only wear sneakers when I'm with my kids outside.
I did not know that.
Even at your annual Memorial Day barbecue, I show up in sneakers now.
Wow.
Flip-flops are not crisis shoes. If a wild dog attacks my child, if a crazed lunatic on the street comes to attack me, I need shoes. Not flip-flops. Shoes.
Don't go out there half-cocked.
I'm going out full cocked.
Okay. Did you give her your A game?
It was more like my C game.
That's a lot of game.
And then we address a new issue, which is common to firefighters, is payday gambling. And Kevin's daughter, Chief Terry McConkey's daughter, Lucy McConkey, gets in a little bit over her head.
Is that a real thing, payday gambling for firefighters?
Well, firefighters love to gamble anyway. Like in the fire station, they will gamble on anything. Like, we have a technical consultant who's my cousin, and he said they would bet on, if it was raining out, they'd bet on which raindrop hit the window pane first, or went down the window pane first. So they'll just bet on anything. And payday makes it worse. Payday makes it like, they have a little extra coin in their pocket, so they're happy to do it. Happy to gamble on anything.
It's just like real life. There's a percentage of people that get into trouble with the gambling, and sometimes the station gambling just gets a little bit out of control with, people betting entire paychecks and station chiefs having to step in and ban the poker games, and because it's running rampant.
My guts hanging over my belt, my ass crack is showing, my pants are baggy. All is right with the world.
Is it ever challenging to sort of make all the action sort of like inside the station?
Well, I think when we were doing season 1 that, some of the part of our pitch on Tacoma FD was these funny calls that the firefighters go on. It's not the fires, but it's like, look, things, animals, house pets caught in trees, but also, sometimes people get their, heads or their bodies stuck inside something, or they get something stuck inside them, and there are so many things that firefighters do that people don't know about, which are just ridiculous things. And so the network wanted us to do that a lot and to leave the station. And so actually, I think we leave the station maybe more than Kevin and I care to leave the station, because when we leave this set, it can be a little bit of a problem. For us production wise, but that's the thing about firefighters is those are some of their best stories, are the things that happen outside of the firehouse, and then they also have the in-house hijinks that happen. So that's why we like the TV show. It's pretty rich.
That is one big python between your legs.
Part of my new exotic dance routine.
Chief finds it, he's gonna blow a gasket.
He'll never know it's here. Trust me.
God, oh my God.
Okay. I don't like you being this close to my mustache.
I love the cold open in episode 1, the escape room.
Yeah.
It's such a funny conceit, but I did come away wanting to know the answer. Like, was there an answer to that room, or did it just not matter?
We didn't have to go there, right? Because as firefighters, you just take an axe and you smash through a wall. That's what, that's the answer, right?
Do you have axe training? Like, do you have a security guy that's like, here's how you want to use that axe. We got to make sure you can't,
Yeah, we have, we have a technical consultant. That's Kevin's cousin Bill, and, it's not like we're like holding a baseball bat backwards. Like, we know how to hold an axe.
But there's definitely times where he has to help us. I mean, there's, certain equipment that they wear, the tanks or the masks, and, we'll put those on backwards, and then he'll be like, you guys are idiots. And he'll show us, and we'll complain about how heavy the tank is. And then he'll say, yeah, try wearing it into a fire, and then we just feel like actors,
We're terrible. We're terrible with the tanks on and the SCBA's, the breathing apparatus on our faces. When the director's like, "Can you actually put it on while we film or take it off while we film?" Like, it's the worst. We're so bad at it. We're so bad at it.
Single wound to the abdomen.
It's okay, sir.
Oh my God, we're losing him.
Never move an injured person.
Okay, sorry.
You have a couple special guests this season, including Bobby Moynihan, Joe Pandolano, and Jeff Dunham. How are we going to see those guys sort of integrated into the show?
Well, in different ways. I mean, Joey Pants, we've always been huge fans of his, and we wrote an arc or an episode for Steve's father to come in, the commissioner of the fire department. And so Joey Pants comes in and plays Steve's dad, and it was fantastic just to work with him. Dunham was kind of funny because, we were told a real story by Cousin Bill about, and it's kind of how we do things. We'll get like a nugget of a story and try to spin it into something that we think can work for funny for the show. And he told us this bizarre story about how they went to go take care of this guy who was on drugs, and he had a doll with him, and he wouldn't let them tend to him until they took care of his doll first. And we thought that was such a weird story, and we started writing it. We turned it into a ventriloquist dummy, and it ended up being Jeff Dunham. We had a connection to Jeff Dunham, and he said, "I'd love to do that." And so we do this funny call where we go take care of a guy who's got a ventriloquist dummy. So
that's perfect.
They kind of come in different ways. Martin Starr is back again this season, and he helps us in our Dungeons and Dragons episode, and then Bobby Moynihan, plays a distraught jumper on the ledge of a building that we have to rescue. So
perfectly cast all around.
Yeah.
If our periods sync up, Lucy and I will be unstoppable.
Or if there's anything we can sink.
Piss cycles! God damn it, it's like a clown car of idiots!
We're in a weird time right now, where a lot of things are shut down, a lot of things are happening, people are kind of stuck at home. Do you think that there's added value to sort of like laughing in a time of uncertainty or a time of crisis?
I think so. I mean, absolutely. People are scared right now, and I think I even think people have cabin fever right now and are going through bouts of being blue. So, it's nice to be able to provide laughter for people. And, it's something we've heard from our fans in the military, who since the beginning days of Super Troopers, that they just need something to take their mind off of what they're doing, and that laughter actually works for that. So, we're glad to be a part of that.
I know you guys have supported the actual Tacoma Fire Department, like sent them stuff for their auctions. They've come down and been extras on the show. The Seattle area is going through some shit right now with this, like they're kind of like the epicenter. I guess, is there anything you can say to people that sort of live in that area or guys that might be working long hours in that actual fire department to just to let them know you're thinking of them?
We tell them to stay safe. And season 2 is dedicated to first responders, all of our first responders. And so at the beginning of the first episode on Thursday, we'll have a little card for them, a little tribute, and it's a photo of the two of us, Kevin and I, with those firefighters from the set when we were shooting the firefighters ball. So that's how we'll start. Season 2 is dedicated to first responders everywhere.
When we make our episodes, we always try to think of we try to envision the guys gathering around together on Thursday night in the fire station, sitting down and watching, getting a laugh. And so I think, hopefully that's something that can happen, that will, these guys, give them a chance to sit around, have a laugh, take a break from all of the good things that they're doing, all the hard things they're doing, and enjoy the show. And I think that's something that's important to us.
So let's get